Hello again, listeners, and welcome back to the Kotu Classic. I'm your host, Bruce, and as usual, Chama.
Boy,
My co-host.
boy, I'm good. I'm good. I'm doing good. How is it going? How was
Uh,
your week? Your week, it was good.
it was, I got a green arrow, small green, from 1.45 to 1.38. So it's a small one.
When I saw, yeah, when I saw what's his name, Gordon,
Got in.
Gordon ghosting. I was because it was a game week. There was a strange. There was a lot of goals, but not a game week where you would see a lot of points for FPL manager. But
Different
there was a
players
lot of
scored.
goals
Yeah,
scored
yeah, different
because
players
different
scored.
players scored.
Yeah.
So if you happen to catch one of those players, so when Godin was scoring, I was like, wow, this my boy have Godin. I can remember. So it sprang to mind.
Yeah, man. So we are recording game week 14 preview. Let's just go ahead since we already started. We'll discuss some of the results. Interesting game week, man. It was interesting. I kind of woke up for your game,
Uh-huh.
the Man City Liverpool game. You know, the 1-1. It was tough there trying to wake up in the morning to watch the game, but
It
at
was an
least
interesting game.
yeah, it was.
It was
It
an
was. Yeah,
interesting game
it
with
was.
interesting battles, like
Yeah.
it was not the best. It was not the best Man City Liverpool game. Like I think I told you, it would be a good game, but it would not be great. The timing was not perfect too, because
Yeah.
12 o'clock early kickoff. The players just coming back from international break. I think that had kind of played a part. But it was an interesting game.
The
Yeah, it
first
was
half
an
was
interesting
good.
game.
The
But
first half, yeah, the first half was good. It was honestly
the first half,
good.
yeah, the first half was good. Man City kind of dominated. I think if you watch the game well, like Man City did not do really enough to win the game, but they were the better team, I would say.
Yeah.
Liverpool, did enough to get something like that.
I
But
think
yeah, we will talk
yeah,
about that
you talk
one when we
about it
get to this
exactly. Yeah,
fan corner
you
more.
talk
Yeah,
about it.
get into more into the details and stuff like
Yeah,
that. But yeah, go ahead.
in the fan corner. It's Tuesday here. It's 9:17 p.m. In the U.S. California over here.
Uh-huh.
You are recording from Japan. What
Two,
time is it
two,
over
two,
there?
two, 17 past 2 day. Today I'm in the day and you are,
Yeah, Wednesday.
today
Yeah,
is your night.
today.
Yeah.
Yeah, today we switched. Yeah, I'm in at night here, and then you are the next day, Wednesday the
Yeah.
29th. I'm in the 28th
Yeah.
still.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, definitely 29th. Yeah.
just to timestamp it. Yeah, I just briefly go through the results. So Man City Liverpool 1-1, Burnley 1, West Ham 2, Luton 2, Crystal Palace 1. Shocking result. Newcastle 4,
Uh-huh.
Chelsea 1. Another shocking result. Nottingham Forest 2, Brighton 3, Sheffield United 1,
Uh-huh.
Bournemouth 3, Brentford 0, Arsenal 1, and then Tottenham
Uh-huh.
1, Aston Villa 2, Everton 0, ManU 3. We finally get a convincing win, which we'll talk about in the
Mm-hmm.
fan corner as well. And then earlier today, Fulham 3, Wolverhampton Wanderers 2. So yeah, those are just
Mm-hmm.
the recap of the results that happened in game week 13. And moving straight to the talking points. So it seems if you look at the what do you call it again? The table, you can see, man, the points in the top. I think the first 6 or 7 is very like 1 or 2 points. It could be anybody's title for the taking. But like we said, the league is not won in December. So last season, Arsenal came all the way. They led the league in almost 3/4 of the season, and then they ended up not winning it. So, but this one is interesting, man. There's a lot of challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you see winning it right now? Like Man City still?
Um,
Like you guys are in the
yeah, yeah,
mix, you
yeah.
know?
Yeah, I think if you are talking about in terms of quality of teams that are there, like you say, the league is very tight.
Yeah,
Top
it
four is
is. It is.
separated by 2 points, and if you look at Tottenham are not far off with 4 points, even though they are struggling now. Man United just 6 points behind Arsenal at the top, so it's quite close. It's very close. We haven't had this kind of a lot
Yeah,
of teams
competitive
going at each other.
table.
Yeah,
Yeah.
competitively. It's usually a couple of teams, breaking out, and then then and the season continue. Aston Villa, surprisingly, they are in there, just two
Yeah.
points behind
Let me
behind Arsenal.
let me
Yeah,
just
but if
quickly
looking at the teams,
recap.
I think
Mhm.
I would like to think Man City. I think they are still the favorites.
Okay.
They are the better team quality wise. They have the quality. They are, despite their injuries, like Kevin De Bruyne, not the only club that is suffering from injuries. John Stones here and there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rodri, Rodri, they miss Rodri sometime when he had the red card. So they have had some, some setback over the course of the season, but still they are the best team in the league. So they are the team to beat, to be honest. They are the team to beat. But if you watch their games recently, you will see that they are gettable. Like, it's a team that is
Yeah, you
gettable
can
this
score
season.
them. Yeah, you can
But
actually.
yeah, you can like consider 4 against Chelsea, against Liverpool. They did not look as convincing as they would like. I would believe. So they are the favorite for me, but it is just nice to see that it is very tight up there. Arsenal
It's
have come with
competitive.
something
Yeah,
different this
yeah.
season. They have come with something different this season. That's why I added that Arsenal defense in the talking points. This is quite interesting for me. This season they are not as exciting going forward, even though they have scored a decent number of goals, 27. But defensively is where they are looking like a very, very good team. If you look at their recruitment over the summer, like when they bring in Rice and Timbers, who is injured now, it was all geared towards try to organize, like, control games more, be more solid defensively,
Just like Man
and
City, actually.
that is how they,
Yeah, to control the games.
that's how they, that's how they are. That's how they are coming this season. Arsenal, they are not exciting as they used to. They won a game 5-0. I believe one of their games it was 5-0. But in terms of their performances, it's not as exciting as it was last season. Saka is not getting
all out
Martinelli,
attacking. Yeah, all out attacking.
Yeah, it has changed for them. But
I think they learned from their mistake from last season. Last season they almost had it, but 1 or 2 injuries in the key positions. Saliba was injured. I think somebody else, I can't remember. But then when those 2 injuries happened, it's like they kind of suffered. They suffered like seriously. Nobody could actually like replace those 2 players, and then their style of play kind of changed, and they were conceding a lot of goals. So I think Arteta set out to like get replacement players, like to have like 2 competing teams where each and every person, if the person is out, at least somebody can cover, multiple positions. Like the Havertz can play 9, he can play midfield, he can also play in front of the attacking. So it's like all those kind of players that they got. So I think they want to win it. Like their focus is to win the league. If you see these kind of games, these games against Brentford, like tough games, and then they come out with a 1-0. It's like 3 points.
Finding results.
So they are results oriented, which is good. I think they have
more results. Exactly. Yeah. That's the perfect way to say it. They are very much result oriented compared to last season. Last season they were exciting. Young player, young team, very good performance. This season they are very result oriented, and this is something I like about Arteta. To be honest, he's obsessed with winning, and maybe that will put him there. But I think the big question is who is closest to Manchester City. I think that is the question. I think Liverpool are very close, but I still think I still think Arsenal. I know many are saying Liverpool, because we are exciting. To be honest, we are looking very exciting. But like you can look at the Liverpool team and then you can pinpoint an area that they can improve on. Even though it has not been an issue. Even though we had the biggest test last week. We came here. We talked about the defensive midfield area. Like again, we play against City. We were able to manage the game without the proper defensive midfielder. And I think we did very well in that. Arsenal, I think the only area you can say Arsenal are lacking is goals in terms of a striker, a number 9 who will score week in, week out for them. They lack that. They don't have that regular goal scorer because they have to rely on different players like Kai Havertz coming here in goals, Saka coming with the goals sometimes. Like I don't think even Arsenal have any player who scored more than 5 goals so far this season. So it's more spread around, but you always want to have that one striker who will always get you the goals. It's very important for a team that is challenging for a league, right?
That might be the area where they kind of reinforce this summer because the team is the team is complete. That's the only part that is left. I think they might do that this summer. So Newcastle cruise over Chelsea. Chelsea, we don't know what happened. Chelsea had an interesting game with Man City 4-4, and then they come to Newcastle, and then Newcastle battered them. Like we don't know what's going on. We don't know what kind of Chelsea you're gonna get week in, week out. So inconsistent. I don't know what happened in this game, but I didn't watch the game. But I was surprised to see the result. To be honest, what are your thoughts on this?
I watch it. I watched the game and I was teasing the Chelsea fans about they are back to default mode and who scored the first goal? Yeah. But by the way, what a pass from Miley. Did you see that kid, Miley from Newcastle?
Yeah, he's 17-year-old. He played today again.
If you look at his face, he's like young
like a baby,
boy. Like a baby. Like this boy put in a pass for Isaac. No, the vision that the kid had to see that pass and then to wait it, execute it perfectly well, it was exceptional. I think you should see that. You should say that. I really love that pass from him. And, he completely flat-footed every Chelsea defender. All the old ones, Thiago Silva, all of them flat-footed. And it was exceptional, to be honest. It was really good. You should see it. You should watch the highlights. Yeah, and they won 4-1. Chelsea came back. Sterling scored an exceptional goal from the free kick. Like, I didn't know he has that in his locker. Very good goal. And then Gordon take over after that.
But I think
Gordon
they had a
scored.
red. James got a red card. What point did he get
James
a red card?
Gordon got James the red card, and then he was a menace. Gordon is a menace, to be honest. And
He's a good player, man.
I was so excited about him. I was so excited about him, and I brought him to my team, which we will talk about later. So I was so excited about him. I know people will say, they say, oh, he's chasing the points, but I really like him. I really like what I saw from him, and I think, yeah, definitely. I don't know what you're gonna do with him in your team, but he's an exciting player. I really love seeing the way his directness. He's always there.
There was a game, I can't remember the game that I actually watched. That was like one of the few games that I actually watched Newcastle, because I think it was on a Monday.
Mm-hmm.
And when I saw him play, I didn't tell you anything. I was like, man, I'm bringing Gordon in, because I knew that whatever happens, like, he's going to be there.
He's involved, right?
Like, he's involved. Like, in whatever exciting attack they have, somehow he's there. He's in part of that attack. And the way he moves like a false nine. He can play false nine. He can play in the wings.
Yeah. I saw that too.
Different positions.
When Isaac went off, he was the one playing as the nine.
So I was like, this guy, I definitely need to. Like, sometimes the eye test is all you need, man.
It's all you need. Yeah. I saw what I saw. I was super excited and say, this guy is a player I want in my fantasy team. Yeah. But they were very, very exciting against Isaac. Seeing Isaac back too, that was very good for them, because Wilson is injured now, which is also an opportunity. And we will also talk about that one.
Isaac is a good, that was the issue with the two Newcastle strikers, right?
You don't know who's playing.
You don't know who's going to play. But the funny thing is, even if you get one, even if that one comes in extra time, like not extra, so in the second half or whatever, they still manage to score. Like, both of them are scoring goals. Consistently. That's the thing. That's the thing. That's
consistent scorers. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. That's cool. We are Chelsea. We are next for Chelsea. Like,
I don't know. I think they need to be consistent, man. Like, you have a good performance against the top team in the league, one of the best teams in Europe, and then you come the next game and then you lose 4-1. Like, it doesn't tell well. Like, it's not good for the confidence. You're supposed to build on good performances. You know what I mean? Like, the worst that could have come out of this game is probably like a win or even a draw. You know what I mean? But I mean, it's like, okay, well, now it's Chelsea. It's like, we're not surprised. When we were hoping that they would do well, but they need to sort it. They need to sort it out, man. They need to sort stuff out. I don't know what they need to sort in their team, because I don't watch them as regular as I'm supposed to. But I like the team because it's a young team and they have so much talent, but they need to be consistent.
They need to win games because they need results. Because if they don't get the results, like, it might come back and
the pressure is going to build.
They might even have to sell the players, because if they don't qualify for the Champions League back to back, and considering how much money they spend in that squad, of course, after the FFP is going to start knocking on their door and stuff like that. So they have to get results to qualify for Europe, either in Europa League or the at least the Europa League, because it's important for them.
Europe, Aston Villa continue to impress. There are two ways about this one. Like, impress in terms of results, but our key assets for me, the two assets that I have in Aston Villa, they were subbed at halftime or maybe after halftime.
You don't have Watkins? Don't you have Watkins?
So I have three actually. I even have Watkins is there, but I have Cash and I have Diaby. Watkins just came in. He's I think about 3 or 4 game weeks ago. So I wasn't happy. I was expecting that they will get something, but I just won 1 point. But overall as a team, I think they impressed. But watching this highlight, I was surprised with Spurs, man. For the first 10 minutes, they had about almost 7 attempts at goal. Son had like 3 goals ruled for offside. I was like, man, I was watching Son with behind the couch.
Actually, those two we have to combine them. Aston Villa and it's Son's time up, because
the same game. I don't think it's I don't think his time is up. I was thinking that I need to get some, even though the fixtures are a bit difficult. Trust me, now is the time to keep in the next few game weeks, because the way they play, they're still attacking, and if they don't even have their creative player with them right now, Madison is out, and they still manage to have so many chances. I mean, I was impressed, honestly, even though they lost, but thoughts on the game?
Magin?
No, I mean thoughts on the game. The actually the
Okay. I thought you said thoughts on
Aston
McGinn.
Villa.
What do I think about McGinn? So I say McGinn, but yeah, but I think Aston Villa. I think it's been a thing this week. That's I used to sell cash. People are selling cash. The FPL community. They almost always gravitate towards something, right? They almost always gravitate. Oh, yeah, because Cash was substitute, but
Yeah.
Cash came in as a injured player, right? He
Yeah,
came in with
yeah,
a flag.
definitely, yeah.
And also he came in, he got a yellow card in the first half. He was not having the best of game, right? But it can happen if you are coming back from the international break. We just saw the
You kind
Manchester
of
City game,
slow
like I
down,
said.
yeah.
Yeah, it can slow down. And then he came with a knock. So maybe he not even have time to train in this past week. We don't know what the situation was. So that's why maybe he got the yellow card early on. So the coach realized, okay, he's not having his best day. Let's just take him out, give him that break, and then next week, recharge his batteries and then bring him back. Because I've had an exceptional season for them. So
actually,
just based on just that game that they played this week, I don't think we should base our judgment on that. It has been happening in the most of the podcasts I listen to this
exactly.
week.
Most of them are saying,
They are saying Cash should go, and then if that happened, they kind of take everybody away. But for me, I'm not convinced that Cash is his time. I think he's one of their he's a key asset for the coach, and I think he will continue to play if he is fit. And the other one is Javi. Javi too has been a very important player for them. Again, I don't know, because for him he did not go to international because he's French, right? I don't know
he's French,
if he was called up to the French national team or something. I don't think so. So yeah, for him it was a bit difficult for owners, but maybe I don't know why. But he has been a key player as well. It's just this game. So I think just after the international break, we should not make our conclusion based on players. And Aston Villa, they don't have the best of fixtures, but they have a very nice
Bournemouth next. So I don't know how.
Bournemouth next. It's not why exactly why are people rushing?
Yeah,
why are people rushing in that regard? So exactly. But speaking of Son and Spurs, I thought maybe if you didn't watch the game, you would go, okay, Son did not score.
No,
that's what I was feeling.
No. I was yeah. I was like, I don't understand why people are saying that Son time it up. He's the striker and he's playing out of position. Number one. Number two, they're still creating chances, even though they are playing like Aston Villas. And
he is creating too, right?
Yeah.
The Kulusevski should have scored the one he hit the bar, right? And Son was close with offside a couple of times.
And he even missed some clear chances too.
Missed some clear chances. Yeah. The chances were there. And if he was as clinical as we think he is, or as we believe he is, then we were talking about a mega haul.
Yeah.
I captained him. It was a difficult one.
Definitely. I know. You guys were hard done by him.
Yeah. We feel hard done by it, to be honest. As a Son owner, he should have get more. Yeah.
Yeah. Lastly, the Arsenal defense. I think we touched on this before, but
we touched on this. Yeah.
I feel like
not much to say. Okay, go ahead.
I think a lot of content creators are actually targeting their defense, and I think it's the right time because the fixtures are looking, I think, one of the best right now for clean sheets. So it's time to go there. Especially for me, I don't have any. Remember when I rage transfer out Gabriel after the benching? So,
yeah.
So I made a transfer. So I'll talk about that in my preview team.
Okay.
Yeah, jumping right into results. So this was a funny week, man. It was, but yeah, I think a few players actually turned up, like you were saying in the beginning of the podcast. First things first, average points was 46. I had 50 points all out. Automatic sub was Bowen, who didn't play. Thank God he didn't come for a small cameo because I played him. And then Morris came with 5 points. So in goal, Areola. What are we going to do about Areola? I don't even know. No clean sheets for the, I don't know, for the longest time. Always conceding.
Yeah.
Like at this point,
I'm actually goalkeeping has been in my thinking for a while, and I'm thinking of a couple. But
it's not normal.
Yeah, we can talk about that.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in our teams, our preview teams. But yeah, Areola with 3 points, Trippier with 1, Veltman with 1, Cash with 0. So my defense is non-existent. Derby with 1, the Savior Gordon with 13, Salah with 5, Momo with 2, Morris with 5, and then Captain Haaland with 14, and then Watkins with 5. So I mean, it's bad, but it's a good game week to have a bad result. So yeah, 50 points all out. Yeah, game week rank of 3.2, and then my rank went up. I'm still in that 1 million, just slightly.
Yeah. We are coming together. We are coming close to you.
I
I'm
don't even
going
know,
down
man.
for the last 2
1.4.
games,
It's like
and you are coming up.
I'm going through all that 1.7, 1.5, 1.4, 1.3. Like,
Yeah, but I'm also taking that step upwards. So we will
I
meet
don't
at some
know.
point, maybe. We will meet at some point.
I don't
We
know,
have a
man.
meeting point.
At this rate, I don't know. So your team. Take us through your
Yeah,
team.
not great. I had 43 points. Again, Ariola was in goal. Pedro Porro, I started 5. Trippier, I was so disappointed that Trippier, Newcastle scored 4, and Trippier could not
No
get any
assist.
return.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
yeah, at least like he got a yellow card too, so which makes it even worse. And Trent 8 points. I'm also got out with the Trent 8 points because like he did not get any bonus point, and we all know like usually when Trent gets a return, he gets bonus point. You know, I was not happy with that because who got the bonus point? Haaland got 1. Who else? Who scored for Liverpool? Trent, yeah. The guy, actually, Man City players get all the bonus points. That was so disappointing for me. Haaland, somebody got 3. Who got the assist for? Ake got 3, and Doku got 3 too because he was just dribbling,
He
running
was
with the
just
ball
dribbling.
all the time. And actually, let me talk about that game. I see that as an issue for Manchester City, but I will talk about that later.
Okay.
He was just dribbling, trying to dribble all the time, so he got the bonus point. Maybe he got it based on dribble. Because he did not create much, he did not take shots.
He didn't.
I
He
don't
didn't
know where
create
it
much,
was the bonus point. I don't know where the bonus point was coming, but I'm not so deep into bonus points. But when a player score, you expect them to get the bonus point. That is the
especially in a low
something
scoring
that we do.
game.
Yes,
So,
especially in a low scoring game. Exactly. So at least if you score, you get a bonus point. But no, they are giving it to the assist players. Then Palmer 2 points in the Chelsea game. Saka 2, surprisingly, he got the 8 points because I was not expecting that. When I saw Kaiwa score, I didn't see who assisted. When I woke up and I saw, oh, it was Saka. And then he got some bonus point on top of that. He got 2 bonus points. That's very nice. And then Son captain, very disappointing. Like very feel hard done by, like you said. The hard done by was because he got the chances. Salah with 5. Ketia, I did not start him. I started Bowen, and then Ketia came in. But I rate transfer Ketia. So we will come to that. But I had 2 free transfers. Going into the game week, like I told you, I didn't know which player I was gonna bring in. I didn't really know. So I decided to keep my transfer, and now I have 2. But I have already used them. I made an early transfer because I reach on some players.
Okay.
Watkins 5 and Darwin 1. Yeah. That was my team. Bench 0001. Yeah, nothing there.
All right.
4 game week, 43, 6.1 million. Like, wow, I dropped rank to 942. Oh, I'm coming to you. I'm coming to the 1 million. I'm joining you soon.
There's still a ways to go,
there.
man. Yeah, there's still some ways to go.
I'm heading there.
Okay,
yeah.
So let's jump into the mini league update. Our manager of the week is Setsimon Monare. Whether or not FC with 75 points, like in a game with 40.
His name is Che. Oh, I didn't change his picture. Actually, I changed it. I sent it to the second one, but yeah, he's here in Japan. He is from South Africa.
Oh, is it Japan? Oh, okay. I know. I know him. He was in Nagasaki before. Yeah, that's why the name. I was like, the name is familiar. Ask him. He works as a presenter in a news company, right?
Oh, really?
I think it's him. Like, ask him so that I know. I think because he was in a mini league, but this time around he didn't rejoin. So I was wondering. So I was trying to look to confirm whether it was the same person. But yeah, congrats. Whether or not FC with 75 points. You put him Gambian flag for him.
Yeah. No, actually, I sent you the second one, but maybe.
Okay. Maybe I didn't see that. Okay,
yeah.
My
when I saw that, yeah, but it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah. So the top 5, these are all movements, man. There's only one no movement. But starting in 5th is Halal FC. Still in 4th is A Team. Moving to 3rd is Pratik Arola. Moving to 2nd is Sherlock Homie, and then still in 1st place is BK City. So I think movement, yes, but I think Bernard was already there as a number 1. But yeah, not much has changed in this top 5. Just some shuffling of positions. That's the mini league update. So now let's talk about our fan corner. I think I'll just go briefly and go through my fan corner for this week. there's a reason to smile for ManU fans, even though um, it's funny we have been saying we are struggling, but we have won I think 5 of our last six games, apart from the Man City humbling. You know, we are doing okay. We are winning, like I said, we are winning the games people expect us to win. It's been not the difficult period, but then our form has been not the best, to be honest, since the beginning of the season. But this game, I mean, gave us some reason to smile. Like in the second minute or the third minute, a worldie from Alexander Garnacho that I like, man, I don't even know. Like I was watching the game, but it was a bit lagging because but my phone was faster and I saw goal. I was like, okay, goal. But then it took like a long time. I didn't see the way we were playing. I didn't see that our passing was fluid enough to to warrant a goal. When I saw the goal, I was like, oh, this is why. It was a world class goal. I think this is a contender for goal of the maybe FIFA goal of the year or whatever, the season, whatever they have for the best goal. This is a contender, man. Honestly.
Yeah,
Hats off to this guy. This is a star boy. This guy is going places, man. I hope he gets a chance so that he can develop into the best the player that he can be. We all know he's capable of this. But I think what we should focus on, what I'm most happy about in this game is the performance of Kobe Mainoo. Did you watch the game?
Yeah, I did. I want to talk about him actually. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh boy, like to be honest, when we were hyping him during the preseason, right, and he got injured, we were so ManU fans, like the ones actually were following the preseason, we were so sad about it because we were expecting that this season would be his season to shine. You know what I mean? Because he had some performances against Arsenal, like it was so exceptional. We were so happy, and then he got the injury, which was unfortunate. The reason I even believe the reason why a player like Amrabat was even we even considered him because we have him and I think he plays in a way similar to Amrabat but more defensive, and what he can do different things. As you can see by his clearance on the line in this goal, he's defensive, number one. Number two, he's a progressive passer. He moves with the ball and then he delivers a pass. Number three, his reading of the game and his positioning is exceptional. At his age, he's only 18 years old. So I mean, man, like we really missed something. When he played, I was watching the game, I was like, wow, so this is what we are missing. He is connecting the defense with the midfield. Because in our midfield with McTominay and Bruno, they're not really good at like that organizing and recirculating the ball. And he came as an 18-year-old and he's doing that. And I was impressed. I just hope that he continues being fit and developing. I hope that he will also get his chance this season because I think this is the season for him to break out, to be honest. Rashford, like you see, I'm happy what Bruno did. He had the penalty, and then he gave him the penalty for him to score. I even saw, I think that his interview saying that Rashford has had a tough start, and he was our top scorer last season, so he needed that jump start. That's why he gave him the penalty to score. And I hope this is the jump start for Rashford this season, so that he can get his confidence back. I was also impressed with Martial. Like when Martial plays in our team, Haaland is a good player. Like he's there for the long haul. You know what I mean? He's gonna be there for a while. That's why we bought him at his age. But a fit Martial and an informed Martial, when he plays, it's like the movement in that, like in the front three, is just a different level. He brings in the players. He passes his slick movements. Like you enjoy the way we play. So I mean, in this performance, I hope we can continue, even though our fixture turn is going to be a bit difficult. We play Newcastle away next game, which is going to be a test to see like whether this is a jumpstart performance or not. So yeah, I mean, I was impressed, and I hope it wasn't the best performance, but I was impressed with the result and some of the key players, the performances in this game. Yeah. You were gonna comment on this game?
No, yeah, definitely. I think you touched all. I think Garnacho's goal was exceptionally good. I think it's gonna win the goal of the season, and like you say, it's gonna be a contender.
Exactly.
He's gonna be up there for that Puskas award. It was a wonderful goal, to be honest. Wonderful bicycle. Like you say, me too. My TV was lagging a bit because I was using like living room from my laptop to the TV. Living room that I don't know application so it was usually lagging. So when they made the cross, I could not imagine that he could finish that from that from where he was. But then I saw somebody celebrating just after the lag. It was an exceptional goal. It was really, really good. I thought he could connect with the ball, but to place it where he placed it, like everything went absolutely perfect there. And it was an exceptional goal. Goal of the season, without doubt, for now. I don't think anybody can score a better
I
goal
don't
this
think,
season.
man. Yeah, but you never know. The season is long, so
you never know. Yeah. Actually, in the same, I think the same period, Olisetu scored an exceptional goal around that
I think
time.
I saw it.
I think Olise scored in the earlier game, and then everybody was talking, what a goal from Olise, because he got the ball from the midfield, dribble, cut inside, and then spin the ball at the top corner. But then before the end of the day, Garnacho came and did this. That was
overshadowed
exceptional.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah. And speaking of your kid, Kobe is his name. This is the first time I heard him, because like you say. Yeah, I think you spoke about him at this earlier in the season. I can remember. I can recall fully well. I was talking to Yabi actually, and then he was like happy. I tell him, no, actually, Man United fans have been hyping this kid. I've had a lot about
from
him.
the youth academy. Yeah, you've been hearing about him. For the longest time.
Yeah, I've been hearing about him, and he was exceptional in this game. He was really, really good, very composed. Like he's
and the
passing,
confidence, man. The confidence.
And, very confident. Like you say, like move the ball very well. His touch is good, his pass is good, and then positioning wise, in terms of defensively, he was in good positions and all that. So he played a very mature game, to be honest. Even though it was a difficult game for United, against Everton. Like I say, I think I spoke to other United fans, not just you. Like they also feel that it was not a good game, even though it is 3-0. If you look at the numbers, if you look at the stats, Everton got a lot of shots, to be honest.
They did actually,
I think they created three big chances in that game. They could have scored. They should have scored.
They should have scored actually,
And but if Man United were resolute, I would say they defended very well. They were
Onana also like he turned the corner.
Onana had a good game too. Onana had a good game. Because of course you playing away to Everton. They are in a high right now in terms of their performance this season in the league. You would expect them to do well. So, but how you deal with that, and then how you punish them when they are not in good positions and stuff like that. And that's what Manchester were very clinical in terms of taking their chances, but also very organized when it comes to their defending. So you cannot avoid every chance that your opponent have, but try to stop them as best as you can, and then you take advantage. And I think Man United did that on the day. And speaking of the final one, which is Bruno to Rashford, I think it was a wonderful gesture. We are always here, bombasting Bruno Fernandes, especially myself. I'm never, whenever he does something bad, I jump on it. But that was a wonderful gesture from him, to be honest. Doing that for Rashford, but it was a good game from United overall, and now you guys are like right in there, 6 points of the top of the table, like it's surprisingly, right?
Last week because people have been talking about, we are doing badly, even the fans, or sack the manager, like so many things going on with the club, but yet still we are like 2 points off of fifth, and like it doesn't even like make sense. You were thinking we would probably be in the 13th or whatever, at the bottom half of the table. But
6 points of number one. Yeah, 6 points of
look at that. Just look at
that. 24 points. Yeah.
So we'll see. We have a game tomorrow. For you, it's today. I have a game in Champions League.
Let's see. But you have an interesting test next in the Premier League, though. We will talk about that. That is Newcastle. It will be very interesting.
That's going to be the game. I feel like if you want to test ourselves, we should win that, even though it's away. But anyways, before we get into that, it's time for you to talk about your team, your Liverpool, and your performance, and what takeaways you have.
Wow, it was an interesting game against City. The only thing is the early kickoff. I think that was the cutoff, but it was I love it as somebody in Japan, of course, because of the time. It's perfect for me.
It's around 8 o'clock there, I think, or so.
Yeah, it's 8:30, 9:30 now, because now the time. The clock has changed a little bit, so 9:30 now. So that's the perfect time. Just after dinner, you just sit and then enjoy your football. So it's perfect if you are in Japan. So I really enjoy it. I like that. But I think it was a slow start. A cagey one, mistakes here and there. Alisson, for example, from us, he did not have the best of games. He did not have the best of games. His passing was off on that day, and and he made some mistakes.
Yeah.
But again, he was crucial in the win as well. Like that is how good a goalkeeper is, because it was from his big save from Haaland that Liverpool counter attack. 26 seconds later, Liverpool were scoring in the other end. So he had a big role because that could have made the game 2-0. It was a good chance from City, to be honest. And coming down the left from Doku, which was an interesting battle. That was Doku and Trent, because I think ahead of the game, everybody was, wow, Trent will have a long day. All the people we are talking about that he will not have. But yeah, it was interesting. I think generally Liverpool did well dealing with that, because Doku is he's a dribble monster. That's what he does.
He enjoys. That's what he does.
That is his
dribbles.
trait.
Yeah.
He enjoys. Yeah. So completing 15 dribbles he attempted in the game, he completed 12 dribbles on the day. So that was exceptional. But if you look at that, for me, that was also bad for Man City in a way, because Man City is not a team that really rely on one player or one aspect. And everybody know that Man City were coming with this. Liverpool had a plan for it, and Liverpool deal with that, I think, very well. You don't just look at the dribbles that he did, but you have to look at the end product. What Liverpool?
That's the most important thing. The end product.
He dribbled past somebody, and then he put in the ball in the box. But Liverpool were there to block that. So there was no easy chance that he created 4 chances in the game. He did not create any big chance with all the dribbles he did. He only took 2 shots that were blocked. So there was no end product in terms of what he was doing. And then Manchester City focused all their attack on him. Understand? Everything was on him. You look at Foden, he had some shots. He had 4 shots. I think 3 of them were outside the box, outside the 18-yard box. But if you look at Foden, in terms of dribbles and chances created, Foden only attempted 1 dribble in the game, I think. And then he only created 1 chance in the game. Understand? Or he created 0 chances, sorry. He created 0 chances for on the right side, and then completed only 1 dribble in the game. So in terms of that, you will see that everything was on the other side. And Man City is a team that relies on the team, right? And they are better when they are fluid.
When they are fluid and unpredictable, yeah. Just keep
that's
the
when
ball
they are
fast.
that's when they are their best. But they came here and said, okay, we're gonna go down the left, and then at the end, Trent scored the goal that took off the points of them. And I didn't see, of course, people will say, okay, Trent was being roasted by this guy and Matip, and of course, but it didn't to no avail, I would say, because Trent had the final laugh in the end. So it was not a good strategy from City's point of view. They should have, spread their attacks, and then sometimes they attack on the left, sometimes they attack on the right, make it unpredictable, sometimes attack from the middle and stuff like that. Then maybe Liverpool will struggle. But if you just focus on that, and Liverpool were ready for that, like I say. And overall, I think it was an interesting game. Trent was show his class. I was happy with his Predators, the new ones. I say I'm gonna get one of those. I should get one of those. He used to be an athlete for Under Armour. Now he moved to Adidas, which I really love, because Gerard used to wear Adidas and stuff like that. Yeah, it was interesting. That was the first time he wear Adidas this season. Actually, that was the first time, first game. Yeah, and the goal came. So hopefully now the goals will keep coming. If you don't have him in your FPL teams, you better get him, because the Adidas is coming with a trick.
We can't afford him, man. We can't afford him. He's so expensive.
Yeah, definitely. He's not a sensible player to have, to be honest, if you ask me, in my point of view. In terms of the numbers he's posting, he did not create any chance in that game, because he was mostly in the defending. Tsimikas, surprisingly, he was one of my better players.
Actually, he did well. I saw the first half and I was like, this guy is actually really good, I was impressed with him in the first half. I mean, that's the only half that I watched, actually. I was asleep by the second half, but yeah.
Yeah, but the other
impressive
reason to, like I say, is because Man City did not attack down the right. Everything was down the left. Like I said, Foden attempted only one dribble, completed only 1 dribble. So Man City was attacking everything on the left. So try to overload every time David Silva come in and all those kind of things.
Yeah, but
I think it did not help. It did not help them. But of course, what's your thought?
I was impressed with Simikas's attack when you guys had the ball and you were attacking Man City. He seemed to be he plays like a winger in a way. He's very confident in his
he's very good
attacking qualities, to be honest. I don't know why he's a deputy for Robertson, but I think he should be playing, man, on a regular.
No,
he should be
Robertson
playing,
is way better.
Yeah.
No, I think
Robertson is way better defensively, or for the way your team plays.
No, I think Robertson is better defensively. Robertson is better attacking. I think he does have a good game because of, like I said, he was not he was not being exposed.
Wasn't tested.
He's not so good defensive. He was not tested.
Yeah, I know. Exactly. Defensively, he's not the best.
He was not tested. But yeah, when it comes to delivery and I think dead ball dribbling, he's better than Robertson. Dead ball dribbling, he's better than, like, he's even close to Trent, I would say. He's very good with his dead ball dribble. But when it comes to running and then, you know, create chances out of that, I think Robertson is better. He's more of a, like, he's better with the ball than Robertson. Robertson is like keep running up and down, bumping forward, you know, causing havoc all the time. But I would still prefer Robertson. Leadership and all those kind of things, I still prefer Robertson. Our midfield, by the way, was also having a very difficult game. McAllister did have a good game. Matip did have a good game for us. Curtis, I think this was a game for him, but he did not have the best of game. Gravenberch came on, and then, you know, I think our substitution may change the game. Gravenberch, he completely, like his ball carrying ability was the difference on the day, because we scored through that. The ARS came on and they combined, then created the chance for Trent. And the goal from Trent was exquisite, I would say. That was a very, very good goal. Not many players will have the ability to control that ball in that tight push situation and then, you know, and then expertly finish it. But yeah, that was it for Liverpool. It was an interesting game against City. It was a good test, like I said last week. This is our test now without our defensive midfielder. But I think we did well.
You held up well, yeah. Okay, so game week 14 fixtures. I think last week.
No, sorry, before you go, I just realized Pep did not make a substitution in that game, you know.
I didn't watch it, so I wouldn't know.
I don't know why would it. Alisson got an injury, like a hamstring injury in there, but Pep did not make a substitution at all. Zero. I just see that. Like, I cannot believe that. Okay, go ahead.
It's Pep being Pep. He's just trying to be growl, you know. I think he overthinks things sometimes. Because before, I think I heard that he was saying that, Klopp, the rivalry with Liverpool and Klopp made him a better manager or something like that. So he always overthinks these things, you know. So I'm almost surprised. So our fixtures for game week 14 going through with last week when we recorded the other preview, we were saying that the fixtures were just not the best and it was difficult to pick a captain. At least now we are back to, you know, having some options. So let me just go through the fixture. We have Arsenal Wolves, Brentford Luton, Burnley Sheffield United, Nottingham Forest Everton, Newcastle ManU, Bournemouth Aston Villa, Chelsea Brighton, Liverpool Fulham, West Ham Crystal Palace, Man City Spurs. So we have a lot of options here. Like a lot of options for players, you know, attacking players to target, captaincy options, you know. So this is, at least it's more fun for FPL, to be honest. So which ones would you pick here as, like, you know, possible games to actually, you know, focus on for this week?
I think this week the two you would say is Arsenal, maybe defensively, because Wolves too, they defend well, but they also create. So Arsenal, I like the Arsenal fixture, but I also like the Liverpool fixture against Fulham. So those are the two fixtures that I would target if you know. Brentford is not bad too as well. I think everybody is you know, going towards
Mogo, yeah.
Even though I ignore that move, I kind of ignore that move because of what is happening down the line. Brentford don't have a fixture in 18.
18, yeah.
They are gonna be, they're gonna be blanking, right? So that's why I kind of say, okay, maybe I should not go for the Brentford players for now.
So
but,
if you have, you keep. If you don't have, like, it's gonna be to bring him in, looking at the long run.
Especially if you are having Man City players in your team. If you are having a lot of Man City players in your team, because those are the two teams that blanks in game week 18.
Brentford
and game week 18 is not far off. We are in the game 14. Yeah, game 14, 50, 60, 70. So you still have 4 games to deal with it. But like after the Luton fixture, I don't think the fixtures are decent, but they are not like, wow, these are the fixtures are. It's the Luton fixture that is, you know, attracting a lot of FPL managers, I believe. But it's a very good fixture. And Luton, by the way, they have been decent, right? They've just beat Crystal Palace, and they have been defending well. Recently, I think in the last game they drew against Liverpool, right? They almost win that game too.
1-1, right? They were leading. Yeah. I remember.
Yeah.
Because we played them, and then we beat them 1-0, and it was a difficult game for us anyway. So yeah, you're right.
Exactly. They play Liverpool 1-1. They draw. They lose to Man U 1-0, and then they win this game 2-1. So they are not conceding a lot of goals. Defensively, they have been decent.
I
but
think,
attacking wise, maybe they don't cause you a lot of problem. But they are solid defensively. Go ahead.
I think I heard that they at home they are like a really good team. I think they've been winning most of their home games, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
It's when they go away.
No, they have not been losing, let's say that, because this was their first home win, actually, against Crystal Palace.
Okay.
Yeah, but they are solid defensively. I just think they try to organize, to play 3-5-2, make it hard for opponents. That kind of
they're trying to survive,
team.
man.
They're just trying to trying to survive.
That's how you do it in the Premier League.
The only worry I have about them is penalties. They will give away penalties because they hold people like they are fighting with you in the box. In the penalty box. No, it's serious. Their captain, look at to the hammer. I don't know. That guy, he will grab. Like it's always like very close to the penalty. Like I can remember in our game against them, they were grabbing all the time.
I was surprised when they drew you guys. I was like, whoa, this is I was because that was the game where people were targeting Luton. It's like, okay, Liverpool is gonna like maul them, but then with the 1-1, I think even captain Salah in that game probably.
Yeah. I think many people captain him in that game, right?
Okay. So let's move to my team, Game Week 14 preview, and see what I have. I made a transfer today. Veltman, who was just wasting away in my team, he's out because I think I had injury. Gusto was injured, and then I think somebody else. So my defense wasn't looking at the best, and then when Cash wasn't performing, also especially this last game week, I was like, I need to do something. So I brought Zinchenko in. When I was going through the content creators, the podcast and stuff, everybody was recommending Saliba and Gabriel, but I was like, Zinchenko, man, like why isn't Zinchenko getting
traction?
Traction. It's when I listened to Andy and he was the one that brought up Zinchenko. The first one I was like, oh, okay. He's saying that like 100,000 transfers in. So it was like Zinchenko is also being transferred.
I can understand why people are not getting there, to be honest.
Is it because injuries and stuff like that?
Injury record and then he's sometimes prone to rotation and stuff like that. Even though he's the first choice left back, we all know he's the first choice left back, but the injury record is not great for him. And then if you compare him to the defenders, to the centre backs, I think they are more nil. Gabriel, it was just the start of the season here and they are coming in, coming out. But I think now, people should be content that like if you have him, you will be comfortable that he's got there to stay. But yeah, Zinchenko is a good pick. Like, I will not disagree.
Yeah, so he's my transfer. I have one more transfer, so I'm waiting to see if Bowen is going to be out for a long time. If not, I might like take him out. But then the problem is going to be who do I replace him with, because most of those players that you want to get, I already have. So it's going to be a difficult one. So my team as it stands, I have Areola in goal. I have Trippier, Zinchenko, Tsimikas, and then Cash. Midfield, I have Jabi, Momo, Gordon, and then Salah. And then up top, I have Watkins and Haaland, who's captain for now.
Yeah.
Bowen is on the bench, and Morris. Morris, I haven't been able to get rid of. And then Gusto.
Yeah, Morris, you owe me on Morris. I
don't know. He's still. Yeah, you said I should play him. I didn't play him actually. He was on the bench, and he came in. Automatic sub.
Right?
Automatic sub, and he got the points. Yeah. So that's my team. I have one more transfer to go, which I'm going to use. I'm just going to wait for the press conference on Friday and then see what Moyes says about Bowen. So yeah. Any comments on my team? Any observations?
No, it's solid. It's solid. You have the key players. You have Salah. You have Mbeumo. I think those are the two key players that people want to have this week. And maybe an Arsenal player. You don't have Saka.
I don't have Saka.
You don't have Saka in your team.
It was.
Yeah.
That's what I don't know. I'm not convinced by Arsenal mids
attack. But I think Saka has only not returned one game or two games this season. Like he's been consistent. Like I tell you, consistency is key, right?
It is key.
I keep saying. And if you look at let me just look at the statistics for players right now. Points. Saka is 5th for total points. Like only Salah, Haaland, Watkins, and Son have more points than Saka. And if you look at Saka's point, 8-5-2, 6-5-0, which he did not play against Manchester City. 9-13, 6-4, 8-3, 10.
So he's sticking along nicely. He's sticking along.
So when it comes to the points, he's giving you the points. Even though he's not giving, he only have two double-digit return. That is the 13 points in game week against Tottenham, and then the 10 points he had in game week 1. Otherwise, it's just about 5, 8 scoring chart. If you're not going to captain him, these are the kind of players you want to have in your team, right? Those consistent players who will give you the consistent points. So, yeah. But, yeah, if you can walk around it and then find other players that will give you the mega horse like the Mboemos,
the Son,
like
yes,
the Gabi, sometimes the Gordon, sometimes they will give you
I want to bring Son into my team.
double-digit returns.
After the next few games, maybe after the Man City and I think another game that they have that's a bit tough. I might bring him in because I like what I see in like the eye test.
Definitely. Yeah, I think that is the only thing I would say. Tsimikas, you have him. Tsimikas is a good pick, I think, for this week, and then you bring in Zinchenko. Goalkeeper, nothing much to do. You just have to start.
No choice.
Gabi too against Bournemouth, you have to start him. You have to go for it, and then punish those ones who are trying to sell him.
Yeah.
Hopefully, he will punish them. And yeah, I think your team looks really fine. Even though Bournemouth have been way better now, to be honest. It's not the Bournemouth that we used to watch last season. Yeah, they are doing better. I said, what is his name again?
Solanke.
He's doing Solanke. He's doing decent. If you look at they have won their last 3 of their 4 games. The last 4 games they won 3. Bournemouth. Only Man City they lose to Man City, and it's not the end of the world losing to Man City, even though it was the 6th one, if you remember that one. That Haaland did not score. Only that one. But they had a very difficult start. But after like the last 4, they have been decent, like winning the last 2. Newcastle is one of the teams they won 2-0. So yeah, they are a decent team, I think. But Aston Villa are better. So yeah, you would go for that.
Okay.
It's a solid team. It's a solid.
So your team.
You have Gusto too in your team.
I have Gusto. He's on the bench. He's there.
Why are you not starting?
Huh?
Oh, you don't have anyone to start. You don't have anyone to start for over here because he will play. If he is fit, he will play. Because James
he's flagged. Actually.
James is suspended. Yeah, but it's 75% flag. So if James is not there, like he is definitely gonna start, right? If he is fit. If he's not fit, he is not gonna play at all. So it's either he's fit or he's not fit. That is the only question we have here. And if he's not fit, then he come back to sub, and then the first sub come in.
Maybe I'll put him first sub, but I don't know who else I can replace him with in my team right now.
That's the question. That's the other question. Yeah, there's no player that you would replace him with. There's no player you can replace him with, to be honest.
So take us through your team for 14.
Yeah. I made my 2 transfer. Like I said, I rate transfer a couple of players. I rate transfer.
That's a good move.
No, yeah, I'm an opportunity. Even though they play Manchester United this week, but looking at the Newcastle fixtures, I just like it. After I would say I like their fixtures. They play Everton, Spurs. Is a in the next 6 game weeks, I think Man United and Spurs are the difficult one. Everton, Fulham, Luton, and Nottingham Forest. Even though Everton can be difficult, I believe, but it's not like I think it's a good fixture for them. It's a good fixture for Newcastle. Newcastle are a better team than those teams. So since Callum Wilson is not fit now, so I want to take that opportunity and then get them Newcastle attacker, because they can score sometimes. They can score 4 goals, 5 goals sometimes. They have that ability to score 4 or 5 goals. They have done it several times this season. I think they have scored 4 against this Crystal Palace. They scored 4. They scored 8. You remember when they scored the 8? They have scored 5 against Aston Villa. So they have scored 4 or more in 4 games. So they score a lot of goals. Defensively too, they are good. So I just want to get there. And that's why I got Isaac and Gordon, because people are focusing on other players like Bemo, even though it's justified to focus on Bemo this week. But strikers, like, there is nothing to pick, because I'm without Haaland, so I have to find something.
You have to find another striker, that can.
I have to find a way to so, and then that's give me the opportunity to get Isaac, because for teams like you guys, you cannot get Isaac because you have Watkins, unless you sell Watkins, right? Because you have Isaac and Haaland, so you have to find another way to get players like Isaac or stuff like that. So I see it as an opportunity which I want to explore. That's why I got Isaac. Even though, after he scored a goal, people may say it is what they call it. I'm chasing the points, but they have the good fixtures to follow up.
Yeah, they do.
And game week 18, when Haaland blanks, when Buemo blanks, he get a decent fixture against Luton. So you want to take an opportunity of all those kind of things. So I kind of long time think about that to bring in Gordon and Isaac, even though I was so fed up with Ketia, who I brought in for Burnley and who Ketia and the other player, who did I sell? The other player, Bowen. Bowen is because of the injury. I don't just I'm fed up with the flag. He's injured or he's not injured. I don't know. So I just get rid of Bowen. Maybe it might come back to bite me because Bowen is one of my favorite players.
He's a good player. If he's fit, I think I think maybe they might have rested him last game to let him recover properly. But he's one of their important players this season. So that's why I'm not. Definitely. That's why I was going to transfer him out. But the problem is, if I had somebody who I was convinced can like come in for Bowen, like without me even thinking about it, like hard or anything, like I would have done it. But I can't find anybody right now that I can easily get to by selling Bowen. I have to make a few moves here and there to get to maybe like a Saka or somebody, but I was like, okay, in that case, let me just wait and see what happens. Yeah.
No, it's okay. I'm just worried because they say he has this fluid in his knee. It's a knee issue. I don't know. So I'm not sure if he will come back. Like it might be something that they will take day-to-day basis. But some people are convinced that he will be back. So if he is back, definitely it's a keep. To be honest, he returns almost every game. But he's a very consistent player in this game. He in the last games he played, if you look 8-7-2, 8-2, 9-7-2. So he doesn't go 2 games without scoring in a way. He's
especially this season, man. He's been on fire this season, to be honest.
He's been on fire. So who's your captain?
My boss captain is on Haaland for now, but I think I'm leaning towards Salah more likely towards Salah. So we'll see.
Well, Tottenham defensively they have been a mess since they lost. They're not gonna get their 2 centre backs. That is Romero and Van der Ven, who's injured. So last game I understand who played in centre back. Emerson Royal played centre back, and Davis, two full backs, left back and a right back, played at centre back.
They didn't play Dyer. They didn't play Dyer. Like, what? Does they have an issue with Dyer?
No, Dyer did not play because they don't. Maybe coach doesn't like Dyer. He don't move a lot. He don't. He cannot recover. He doesn't have the recovery pace and all those kind of things. Yeah. So they played Emerson Royal. Yeah, everything. Like Tottenham defensive, they are a mess right now. Yeah. So just for that, I think if you have Haaland, you can captain him. But yeah, Salah is playing against Fulham. He's playing at Anfield. I think he has returned in an Anfield fixture for the last 15 games. Like last 15 games he played at Anfield, he has got a goal and assist. So yeah, if that means anything, of course for me, because I don't have Haaland.
Man.
Even if
it's tough, yeah.
For me, I don't have Haaland, but even if I had Haaland, I think Salah this week is for Salah, because for me fixtures and the fixture is the important thing when I decide who to captain.
Yeah. All right, man. I think we've covered mostly everything for this game week. So at least it's interesting again. So that's the good thing. We have a lot of things to think about. Like choices to make, which can go either way. That's what the game is all about. Anyway, so yeah, thank you guys for supporting the pod. Thanks for tuning in. We are the Kotu Classic FPL. It's a podcast or video cast. Anyone is fine. It's just a show. Please check out Jollof Football Bantaba. My man Chama here is doing wonderful things with the Gambian football, with content almost every day, feedback on the Gambian football space over there. So yeah, Chama, let them know, man.
Yeah, definitely. Actually, when I finish this, I'm gonna be updating the GFF league, the Gambia Football League. Che recorded yesterday about the game week 3, match week 3. I don't know how they call it there. Week 3 of the league. So yeah, I will update. I will edit that video and post it. Yeah, there's a lot of videos on the Jollof Football Bantaba for Gambian football. I think main focus of the Jollof Football Bantaba is Gambian football. So if that is your interest, please follow and then subscribe to the channel. And yeah,
all right. Enjoy. Thank you guys, and catch you guys on the next one.